And now, Talking Boys with the Boys.
And the only thing else I gotta say is, how about this
Cowboys familiar. What's up? This is Talking Boys with the Boys, and we're back again with some of that Cowboys fuego. But first, a little business. Please take a minute to share and subscribe. Leave us a rating and a review wherever you find this pod. 5 stars and a couple of sentences on why you love this pod would be greatly appreciated. And now, the conglomerate, the panel of homies. I'm your host, Adam Y, along with my co-host,
Mark D, call sign, Maverick.
And this is Dreezy, and the coaches told me to keep my head up. I might make the practice squad.
Okay. We'll see. I mean, you get paid pretty good on that squad, too.
This is Mario, and if it wasn't for me, y'all wouldn't know that Dak was a lock on the roster.
Hey, Dak is a lock on the roster. Write it down, baby. Write it down. What's everybody drinking tonight? You know me. I got the TX, baby. Okay.
Staying hydrated, baby. Hey, staying hydrated. You know it's Monday, going for a long jog later.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Non-alcohol.
Hell yeah. Non-alcohol tonight, Dreezy? What?
Mm-hmm.
Was that a Calypso?
Hell yeah.
Cascade, $1 at HEB.
Hey,
oh shit! I thought it was
go hard.
Calypso, dog, old school glass bottle.
Strawberry lemonade. No sugar, no calories.
Damn,
Mark will love it.
There you go.
Sugar, yeah, no sugar, no calories, baby. Hell
no
yeah.
high fructose corn syrup.
Absolutely, man. Well, hey, dog, we're back again, man. Everybody, we're gonna break down some things for you tonight. Some things that's happened in the last week. Of course, we're gonna get to the 53-man roster because I know everybody wants to know what Talking Boys with the Boys thinks. But first, Mark, bring us in with some Cowboys news, dog.
What's good, Cowboys Nation? Look good, feel good, pod good. Let's eat, baby. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. Head, shoulders, knees and toes, knees and toes. What's up, boys and girls? I'm Dr. D. Today, I'm going to discuss why some of you don't know shit about injuries and the rehab process. When I'm not my superhero persona, Mark D, I'm mild-mannered rehab director Mark DeLeon, SLP, DOR. That's a lot of initials for y'all. So let's get it. Today's topics are Michael Gallup and Tyron Smith. MG13 suffered a full ACL tear of his left knee in week 17, specifically January 2nd. Timeline for a full ACL reconstruction to heal is anywhere from 9 to 12 months, depending on the persona or athlete. Not everybody is a superhero like Adrian Peterson. That's the first thing I got to say when I'm breaking this down. Okay?
Facts,
all right?
boy. Yeah,
Some people need to just realize that. Now, athletes are different now, but not everybody is like that. Biggest question is, will Gallup be 100% by October? In my professional opinion, given what I've seen from his strength and range of motion work with the trainers on the sideline and in the processes in camp, his athletic abilities, cutting, running, jumping, should be about 90 to 100% right about, I don't know, now. Okay? No, I'm serious, man. I'm serious. And explain that a little bit.
Let's go.
Right
Let's
about
go.
now.
Yeah.
The range of motion and strength training equipment I've seen him working with is the heaviest resistance possible for that injury. Okay. And in that phase of his rehab, that's getting very close to being able to do whatever you need from the movements of it. His physiology and recovery yet won't be 100%. When you see people diagnosing things like that, they have to understand what that means. And I don't think it'll be 100% till October. I've seen that said before. It's a little misnomer to get people to come in. And what I mean by that is this. At 100% with no injury, you can do it. No swelling. You get in the ice tub. You're good to go the next morning.
Yep.
That's not what's going to be going on with Michael Gallup. At least not till October, a little after that. This boy's injury will be monitored. they'll have one of those devices on him to see how much he's going, how much he's sweating, how much endurance he's using, and he will have significant swelling after it. That's what I'm saying when they say he's not 100% till October.
Yep.
But it will be 90 to 95%, or he wouldn't be doing this, guys. None of this would be on the table. This guy's about to be in a contract year, and Britt Brown is about to sign off on a very public way of doing this that is challenging whether he re-injures it or not.
Yeah.
Putting faith in Britt, and I'm saying that he might be back sooner than some of you think later.
Hey.
All right. And the other thing is they didn't place him on PUP. This tells me his rehab process is not just on schedule, but possibly ahead of schedule. Let's not say Adrian Peterson. We're not going to call him Superman, but we can call him Batman for a little bit. How about that? Okay.
I like
That's what it tells me there.
I like it.
Tells me it's up just a smidge.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And Tyron Smith was a great wall. Tyron Smith had a few great falls. All Jerry's trainers and all Jerry's doctors, including the plastic surgeons, couldn't put Tyron Smith back together again.
Damn. That's hard.
Hey, man. Cowboys Nation, I think this might be it for our Hall of Famer. Yeah, man. Left tackle Tyron Smith suffered an avulsion fracture of the knee, which involves the hamstring tendon tearing off the bone.
The bone.
Okay. Yeah. Hopes for a December return. So what it tells me is if he's having any kind of, wanting to come back, he's going to give it like a last go, but he's probably going to retire from this. And you know what, big fella? You've earned it. Cowboys Nation, picture this. Your favorite succulent rib from wherever, right? Falling off the bone right before you bite it. That's Tyron's knee. Yeah. Back to you, BB.
Oh, damn. What a harsh visual. But also that kind of made me a little hungry, to be honest here. Man, but yeah, dog. Well, yeah. Hey, yeah, there you have it, man. There you have it. The director of rehab, our very own Mark D, baby. Broke it down for you, man. But let's start there, guys. Since we're talking about offensive line, man. Stephen Jones came out today on 105.3 The Fan, and he said the team has made a definitive public declaration that Tyler Smith has been given the green light and is expected to start week 1 at left tackle versus the Buccaneers. So that means we are now trotting out week 1, Tyler Smith, left tackle, left guard Connor McGovern, of course, Tyler Biadasz at center, right guard, DePrez, Zach Martin, right tackle, of course, Terrence Steele, and with a good chance, an offensive tackle will be acquired before then at added depth, man. To add depth. So it brings me to this, man. Who's earned a spot on this team, guys? And do you think guys like Farniak, Let's Go, Ball, Alex Lindstrom, Braylon Jones, and Alacron make this 53-man roster?
Well, along the offensive line, it's interesting that you use the word earned, because guys like Josh Ball are probably going to be on the roster. Has he earned his spot? He hasn't been playing very well in practice or the preseason games. You got the rookie 5th-round pick, Matt Waletzko, who was injured for most of camp. He's gotten in there, past couple games, and he's looked okay. But does that earn him a spot on this roster? I think it just has to do with the fact that we really have no other options right now. And the Tyron Smith injury made that even worse. So Tyler Smith right now to left tackle. I don't suspect they will ride with 2 guys who have never taken an NFL snap, with at least doing their due diligence like they're doing right now to try and go and acquire a veteran offensive tackle from another team in a trade. Which was said that they did their due diligence, and that was who from the Jets, Mario? Imoga. It's like a weird name. 3rd-round pick in 2019. Yeah. He was actually, fun fact, he was taken 2 picks after Connor McGovern, and the Jets were rumored to have preferred McGovern over any other lineman at that spot.
It looks like they were right.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, they were absolutely fucking right, man. Yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
No, man, like when I look at it, man, we got to be realistic about it. I'm hoping for the best, but prepare for the worst. I mean, with this, I look at Waletzko and I look at Ball. I'm not going to sit here and pump sunshine up people's asses, because I've been watching them specifically, even apart from what the play is happening in the game, just to see what some of the consistencies are. they're all over the place. Well, they really are. With their technique, they're pretty bad. I mean, I wrote a few things down. I mean, they consistently they don't have any leverage when they're punching up top. I mean, they don't have any leverage to get the guy off them. Their awareness is not horrible. It's at a professional level, but it doesn't match up with some of the other deficits they have in that left tackle position. I'm going to go ahead and put all my cash, and everything to the middle of the table for Tyler Smith, man.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what else do we have to do right now from that position? I mean,
absolutely.
Whitworth isn't coming out of retirement, and that's what my hope would be.
Yeah,
that's what I was hoping for.
And I think that was all the Cowboys Nation, my guy.
Well, the thing is,
like, man, let's go, baby.
But why would we be hoping for it? Why would you hope for it, right? Why are you going to say yourself over somebody else? Why would you hope for Whitworth? Well, because not just the fact that he came off a Super Bowl winning season as a left tackle, right? But the fact that he's not plagued by injury history. That's the thing that worries me about anybody in a trade scenario or anything else. Because let's say a team wants Dorrance Armstrong in a trade scenario. Yeah. Okay, let's say they're like, okay, we want Dorrance from you for anything of quality. And we give that up. All right. But the thing of quality they're giving us, because the majority of the time, everybody in the NFL tries to fuck everybody else. Yeah. You're always trying to get over on somebody. And let's say that dude has an injury history. He gets injured. Now we're set back by not having Dorrance out there at the edge. Yeah. And everything just, falls into a different direction. So for me, I'm going to let Tyler get a shot at it. I'm going to give him some time to do it. And I'm going to go into this run first heavy offense that we were going to do already because Michael Gallup's wasn't going to be there or estimated to be there. Right. And from the left tackle spot, it'll give him a chance to do what his strengths are. Let's go mash somebody before we ask you to protect Dak's backside.
That's right.
That's my opinion.
That's right. Absolutely, man. And I'll just backdoor you real quick, Dreezy, before you go. I'm there with you, man. Well, let's go. Kind of looked a little better than what Ball's been showing. It seems like game speed. It seems like these guys they've been getting reps, dog, but it still seems like the game is just entirely too fast for them, especially at the NFL level, at the pro level, man. And I think guys like let's go. I think guys like Alex Lindstrom, I think Braylon Jones too as well. He let Greer get sacked a couple of times. I think Alacron, dude, he was holding and that's our guy, dog. That's our gente, baby. That's Mexico in the building, baby. Let's go, dog. But it seems like a lot of these guys, man, are the game speed is just way too fast for them right now. That's why I'm always harping on a vet, man, somebody who has actual game time underneath their belt, man, that's gone against some of these top tier defensive linemen and edge rushers in the game, man. Even if they're not really great at it, and that's why we can go acquire these guys. At least the guy's seen it, man. Vita Vea and guys rushing off the edge on for that defense, man, against a guy like let's say like a Let's Go or a Lindstrom or something like that we had to try to plug and play because we're that's what we have at depth. You know what I'm saying? That's a scary thought, especially for Dak, man. So I definitely do feel where fans come from when they talk about that, man. Like, damn, where do we go from here? But fingers crossed, man. We don't get too many guys hurt, man, or everybody kind of stays healthy as far as what we're trotting out there week one. Tyler Smith, Connor McGovern. I think we're gonna be fine on that left side, dude. I really do, man. Tyler Biadasz, man, and like I said, man, we still got Farniok. I think Farniok has developed, in my opinion. Dreezy, you're ready to talk, baby. Let's go. What you got to say?
Well, I'm actually gonna keep this short because y'all know how I feel. Mm-hmm. We've had some very animated texts in this group chat. And that was before we even heard that Tyron was confirmed out, right? Like the day he got hurt, we started, boom, hit up the group chat.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of this O-line. I'm just not. And it fucking pains me that this unit, to my eyes, which I'm no expert, but to my eyes, it's our weakest unit of all the units of the football team, offense and defense. Like, I know we have Zach Martin there. He's one man. He's one man. It takes five. He's one man.
So wouldn't you say the wide
receiver is
weaker than the O-line? I mean, they don't even have an all-pro.
Oh, no. O-line is weaker in my eyes. O-line is our weakest unit. And the fact that the Joneses are doing nothing so far, I know it's still cut down day, but the fact that they haven't done anything up until this point to really strengthen it, like not even fucking swung the bat, not even done anything. It's not even funny. It's just disappointing. It's sad at how weak on paper And we're going to see on the field, I think this O-line is. And then we're going to be a run-first offense behind Zach and who? You know, I know you are big on Tyler. I'm not saying, okay, let's just say he can run block, right? Because that's all I've heard since the draft. He can run block. He's big. He's strong. Okay, 2 guys out of the 5. Y'all really want to go with McGovern, Biotish, Steele? I don't.
Weren't you defending Steele to me earlier in the season? We haven't even seen him play yet, so now he sucks.
And I admit, Steele, yeah, and I admitted I was wrong on that. Last week, when you were getting loud, I did admit that I was wrong on Steele. I own that. That's cool.
But why were you wrong on it? I mean, what do we know? Steele sucks.
He hasn't looked in, and I know he's going against Tank and Micah in practice, which I think those 2 guys would almost annihilate any offensive tackle.
Yeah.
But he just hasn't looked for a guy who's Mario, he's in his 4th, maybe 5th year. I'm not sure.
He might be
something
third.
like that.
I think they took him
3rd. I just thought and this isn't the Steele that I remember seeing last year. Last year, unless I'm wrong, I thought he was pretty decent last year in the spots where we needed him.
He's the most improved.
He is just.
He was the most improved offensive lineman. I'll just counterpoint real quick because I'm not going to get into an argument about it, but I will counterpoint how I do think we did address the left tackle position in anticipation for Tyron Smith getting injured. That's why we spent the 1st rounder on a guy that played left tackle his whole career in college. Yeah, and he was the best thing on the board at that time for that. Hold
on. We used the 1st round pick on a guard who we eventually hoped
he wasn't a guard in college, Jeezy. He wasn't a guard in college. And hold on, dog. I didn't.
The guy that they addressed for Tyron was 5th round fucking Waletzko. Tyler was going to be a down the road plan.
We addressed the fact that Tyron could get injured with Tyler Smith, bro. Not with Waletzko. Calm down, bro. Chill. Okay. No. No, we didn't say that's why Tyler Smith played left tackle his whole career in college. We brought him with the plan to play left guard.
He got a whole lot of penalties doing it too.
Dreezy, let me talk, bro. We brought him in with the anticipation that he would play left guard in the emergency glass case plan for him to play left tackle. We had it in the plan, Dreezy. That's not. Don't act like they didn't say that, dog. Don't act like that wasn't.
It was glass case. It was definitely glass case, and glass case happened.
So you can't say they didn't anticipate this or try to address it because they didn't go after Tyler Linderbaum.
Yeah,
and I wanted Linderbaum, but then when I look at when I look at what they see in camp right now, Farniok, Tyler Biotish, that's more serviceable than anything we would have at left tackle if Tyler Smith wasn't there, right?
I just don't know. I don't know what they're so scared of just looking at the free agent market.
Yeah, I get that. But my first part of your question was they didn't address it in any way. Yes, they did. Right?
Yeah. It was definitely glass case.
I don't think they adequately addressed it. No, I'm just saying I don't. You can disagree. It's fine. Yeah. I don't think they addressed it because to me, let Tyler Smith grow into that left guard position, which he was getting to look decent at. Now all of a sudden we're like, damn, dog. Actually, kick out to left tackle, which we know you have problems with. But go ahead and kick out there because, man, we don't know what the fuck we're going to do. Because, honestly, as management, we dropped the ball.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing
that's on us, but you're going to eat it.
The first thing about that is he's not getting decent at it. Yeah. He was dominating at it, dog. He was killing at left guard. So it's not like he was learning his steps to do it. I'm going to put him at left tackle. I'm going to deal with the fact that he does have tendency issues to hold up top. He does. His punching he has some technical issues. He does. But the majority of his penalties in college came from dominating people and slamming them to the ground. Let's not forget that. All right. The majority of them. And 90% of his blocks resulted in dominant pancake blocks in college. Yeah. Okay. So whatever, but he can play the position, the left tackle position. Now I'll go to McGovern. Now, it's not ideal, but he was a top performer in the league at the position that he was filling in for last year, which was Zach Martin. So it isn't the ideal position for him to play,
4 weeks.
But it's not
for 4 weeks. For 4 weeks, yeah.
He was right behind Zach Martin in the PFF rankings. Now, PFF, fuck whatever, but he was still right behind Zach Martin. That's nothing to scoff at. That's not saying the dude sucks. Terrence Steele is the reason we allowed Collins to walk out the door. So he obviously doesn't suck either. We haven't seen him play in preseason. I made comments about Micah and Lawrence killing him, but at the same time, it's not like I watched a whole game of reps from practice to say, you know what? It's not it. because I don't know that, man. And then Farniok, I think will be the starting left guard at some point if McGovern can't do it.
Well, my thing
can run block with the best of them.
Yeah, my thing with Steele is, I've said this before, and I tweeted this the other day. Iron sharpens iron, dog. Not everybody in the league is Micah Parsons or D-Law, dog. It's not, dog. So if that's the talent that you're going against every day, you have no choice but to get better, man. And from what I hear, man, he's won some reps. He's lost a majority, but he's won some reps, man. And that's good against that kind of talent, man. You know what I mean? Like I said, nobody's. Dude, it just came out. Micah's the 16th best player in the goddamn league, dog. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if we're gonna talk about the top 100,
could be higher, but yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It could be higher, but yeah. But I mean, but I do get your worry, and I do understand that we sat back and we watched this team not address or go out of the building and address swing tackle, and they try to lean on some young talent. Well, now the young talent is not really like Ball. He's not putting out the way he's supposed to. Well, let's go, man. Got hurt. His shoulder got hurt, and he seems a step behind too because he's missed too much time. You know what I mean? But that's the kind of games you play, man. That's the kind of things you want to do when you want to run a team at the bare minimum the way they did and say, let's build from the inside out, man. You know what I'm saying? Instead of saying, let's go get somebody, in my opinion.
And I think a reason for that, Alan, is what we're looking at now is what's happening today and tomorrow. It's roster cuts.
That's right.
And you got, throughout training camp, they kept saying, oh, we like our guys. We're going to let them develop. And that's a real thing. People might not like it. Like, man, you're not doing anything. But who out there on the free agent offensive tackle market right now would be worth it? You got oft injured guys. Stephen Jones said it right when he said, the offensive line position right now is tough out there for everybody.
Mm-hmm.
There's just not a lot of depth. You got veteran guys on the free agent list, but most of them, they have their issues, and that's why they're on the free agent list.
Mm-hmm.
So if you're looking at cut downs now, you can get maybe some younger veterans that are being released with even younger guys coming in after them. One example today, the Raiders are expected to release Alex Leatherwood, right? Who was a first round pick a couple years ago. And Dallas has a propensity to go after these guys. When they don't work out someplace, they take a chance on first round picks from other teams. Yeah. Right. So he fits that. Mm-hmm. So maybe that's somebody they're on the phone with,
hey, real quick, Mario, you know how many times I had goddamn Alex Leatherwood in my mock draft?
But you know what though, man?
Coming out.
Hey,
shit.
With that though, like I'm gonna backdoor you with that right there because it's a perfect segue to what I wanted to talk about, man. I have a friend of mine. You guys, we talked about that homeboy, Val Stinson. I mean, you know him, Andres. He has experience professionally and collegiately at left tackle. I mean, he played for the Soul, for Tamuk. And he was telling me, I asked him to look at these games, man, tell me what he thinks about certain people. And then I asked him about Alex Leatherwood. I asked him, what do you think about this dude and why hasn't he succeeded? Yeah. His notes on Alex Leatherwood were the fact that he says he thinks he can be a left tackle in the NFL. He said he thinks that they put him over on the right side so he could deal with 3 techs because he's better at that position, but he's been overcoached. He said he would be a free agent. He would look at Alex Leatherwood. But his notes on it on Tyler Smith here, Dreezy, and I'll give you a little bit of this. Make you feel a little better, make the Cowboys Nation feel a little better. Tyler Smith is the truth at left tackle. He will be from college to what I've seen now at left guard. Mm-hmm. He's intelligent, great awareness, great hands, solid feet, physical at the point of attack, can climb with ease to the level of linebackers, and can play left tackle in this league with the best of them.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So getting back to Leatherwood, our boy Stevie J tweeted out.
Yeah, shout out to Stevie J.
Yeah. So he had 1,600 snaps in college at left tackle at Alabama, the highest of the high. Yep. Alabama. 1,600 snaps. The Raiders draft him for whatever reason. That's their choice. They move him to the right. Not everyone can switch. Now, is he a player that's been misused, or does he just suck? I don't think he sucks. I think he was just misused. Who knows what he could do?
It's just like Mark. Just like Mark just mentioned, overcoached, moved him to a whole different spot on the line for him to try to learn in his first year, man. Now what he's going into his second year, and they're just like, well, they ain't cutting it out. Well, shit, man, you move the guy, man. Some guys, you know,
it's because like with offensive linemen, you discussed it earlier. You said timing, right? You were talking about timing. There's like 3 to 4 different things from an offensive line standpoint they have to worry about: timing, awareness, lower body, upper body. And once you get all those as one, then you're an average player. Then you're a good player who can try to do it. You know what I'm saying? Everybody on our line, as compared to other lines, like Leatherwood can do 2 to 3 of those things, and he's off by 1 or maybe 1 or 2. Our guys are off by about 3 or 4. All right. They're off. I mean, and I'm talking about Alaquan, Ball, and Let's Go from that end. That's what I mean. Why Leatherwood would be a better prospect from them, from my standpoint as well. When you're dealing with 3 techs, those are those 3 techs that are coming at the quarterback trying to get to him. You have to deal with a lot of pass rushing moves, and that's what they're talking about, over analyzing and over coaching. They're probably talking about way too many things he has to think about. When you put him on that island over there at left tackle, then all he has to do is try to beat the shit out of somebody and keep up. So
absolutely, man. Well, let's move on real quick, man. Let's jump to the wide receiver spot, because you did mention that boy MG13. You know what I'm saying? And possibly, well, he's not. Well, as we know now, he ain't starting the season on PUP, because if he did, of course, he would have to miss 4 games, and which means he would likely miss, anywhere from 4 to 6 games, I guess I would say, before he can ramp up and do all this and that, especially going on PUP, man. So as far as the 53 is concerned at that position, who are we keeping and who are we not keeping? And are we looking, and are y'all looking somewhere else for some wide receiver help?
Well, it's something that needs to be kind of explained on PUP as well, is that if he goes on PUP, he can't practice.
PUP. Oh, like I can't explain it. I take it.
But it's like he can be in the building for rehab. He can do all the,
he can practice,
work, but he can't. But no, he can't practice.
Yeah,
if he's on PUP, he can't practice.
But y'all admit, I did not know that till earlier today.
Yeah, he can't. Exactly. That's why that decision is being made from him from that standpoint. That's why I'm very like, hey, he can do this shit now.
Not on PUP.
He wants to not go on PUP so he can fucking practice.
Yep.
Like
if he starts the season on 53, he can start the season. He can practice. But if he remained on PUP, he definitely missed 4 to 6 games. Yes, exactly. Yeah,
and you couldn't set foot on the practice field.
Yep, absolutely. And like you said, man, he's already working with those stronger bands there. That boy's.
I'm saying what it looked like is he's ready to go. That's what I'm saying, man. I don't know, man. I don't know.
All right, man. Well, let me ask you guys this, man. Let's look at the bottom half of that roster, or the bottom half, not the bottom half of the roster, but the bottom half of that wide receiving room, man. For everybody out there asking or thinking, is Noah Brown gonna get cut? No, Noah Brown's not gonna get cut, man. We talked about this, right, fellas? We saw him. I mean, let's just use logic here. Noah Brown didn't have his pads on. He was chewing sunflower seeds. He was spitting them out. He was hanging with the first team squad, dog, and having a grand old time, while Simi Fehoko and a guy like Dennis Houston was playing the whole game trying to earn a spot on this team, man. So for those who think that one or two of those guys would push a guy like Noah Brown out, and we're not saying here that it's Noah Brown season and that we're just like, oh yeah, Noah Brown's the answer to this. That's not what we're saying. We're just saying use logic when it comes to making this team, man. Noah Brown's not going nowhere. Wide receiver 3, maybe 4 right now, and an ace on special teams, man. So what do you think, Mario?
So Noah Brown is he might be our wide receiver 2 right now when we start the season in week 1.
I said that. Yep.
Right? Because like Mark talked about Gallup earlier, he might be ready to practice. Maybe he's not ready for a full game load. We might not see Gallup until after a couple weeks. So Noah Brown's not getting cut, people. Okay.
I couldn't believe that was being talked about, dog. I don't even.
He is
Noah fucking Brown.
He's like the longest tenured wide receiver on the Cowboys roster right now. He's been in Kellen Moore's offense longer than anybody else. On the team, except for maybe Michael Gallup, right? So what do we need in the beginning of the season? We got a young wide receiver. We got a couple young tight ends that are going to be on the roster. So we need that experience. We need those guys that know the offense. So Noah Brown's not going anywhere.
Yeah.
And another thing about the 53 that I think a lot of people don't know is that when the 53 comes out tomorrow,
Yep.
there's gonna be some injured guys on there.
Mm-hmm.
So we got two main injured players right now, Tyron Smith and James Washington.
James Washington.
We just signed for a contract. So in order to be eligible for IR return sometime in the season, the player has to be part of the original 53.
Yes.
So when we're talking about the wide receiver spot now, unless the Cowboys cut lean somewhere else, what they've known to do before is to release like their long snapper, right? That they know that nobody else is going to go claim, so they can leave a spot in the 53 for the injured player to transfer over and then re-sign that long snapper the next day. So those are options. When you're looking at the wide receiver depth chart and who you feel safe releasing off of there, that's not going to be claimed by somebody else. That's where it gets a little bit tight here because we got CeeDee Lamb, we got Michael Gallup, rookie
Jalen Tolbert,
Noah Brown.
Yep.
You definitely don't want to let Kevontae Turpin go.
No, sir.
Because somebody else is going to snatch him up.
Boy.
Turpin time's got to stay, right?
Yeah.
So then after that is where it gets a little hairy.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
this dude said it's getting tight and hairy.
Yeah.
Like a 70s,
So,
70s porn, baby.
would the Cowboys feel safe maybe risking that 1 day waiver time with somebody like Simi Fehoko? Is that's where it starts coming in where, okay, how many receivers are going to be on this original 53?
I mean, I would with Simi. What are they going to do? Hey, did you see what he did on Twitter to Trayvon Diggs? I mean, what did he show in preseason that would have somebody go get his ass?
No,
not a damn thing.
It's just like Dennis.
So much.
It's just like Dennis Houston.
Dennis Houston, I think, would clear too.
I don't highlight.
Yeah,
I don't see Dennis Houston being this sought after wide receiver that wouldn't clear.
No, and let's be honest here. Yeah, I don't care how we splice it, man. Dak Prescott made Dennis Houston look really, really good.
He just gave you an example of what he can do with Noah Brown in the regular season, man.
Yeah.
He just gave you a taste of what he can do with somebody who's always out there, running the right routes.
Yep.
You watching porn?
Damn, what was the question? I'm sorry.
Yes, watching porn, bro.
Wide receivers.
What's that goddamn?
No, I'm joking. Everyone's darling from a few weeks ago, Houston, he's out. He's not going to make it.
Yeah.
Simi, like Mario said, cut him for that day or two. I think it's 48 hours, I think. It's like a short window where, you just release these guys and then you could bring them back. I'd be very shocked if anyone's really looking at Simi Fehoko, man. Dennis Houston might get a few eyes. The guy I really want to look at is not a receiver, and I'm sure we'll probably get to him. Malik Davis, man. I don't want that dude to hit the streets, as they say. I just don't. Like, do we got to keep four backs?
I've heard that if he doesn't clear, I mean, I've heard he's not going to clear waivers, bro. Like they're saying he might get swooped up pretty fast, man, because. As we know, RB3 is definitely Rico Dowdle. I know a lot of people don't like to hear that, but Dowdle is definitely running back 3. Malik Davis, though, man, has shown a lot of promise in the preseason, man. I like the way he runs. He has a nice little skill set, man. And man, shout outs to that boy. What is it? Strumpet? Is it Strumpet? Champlain, whatever. However you say his goddamn name, man. Man, I think what put him out on the street definitely was that ankle injury, man, that he suffered in the preseason game, man. But I kind of liked him, change of pace back. But we know this team is not keeping no more than 3 running backs, man. So we already know it's Zeke, it's TP, and it's Rico Dowdle, man. Malik Davis, man, he might, keep your fingers crossed. You know what I'm saying? We might see him on the practice squad, but I doubt he clears waivers, man. I think somebody's going to pick him up. I really, really do.
Yeah, he wouldn't. Broadus came out today. He's actually the one that said that he spoke to somebody in his gang of 7, and they said that they're hoping Dallas releases Davis because they're going to scoop him up quick.
Yeah. Honestly.
Yeah.
His gang of 7, the fucking Avengers and shit.
He's like that pretty girl that walks out the bar at 2 a.m.
Yeah.
Scooped up quick.
Yeah, so we're in agreement. We're all in agreement here. Well, of course, Zeke and TP, of course, a double-headed monster. But the third running back on this team is definitely Rico Dowdle, right? Whether you like it or not,
Yes.
we're all in agreement that that's the guy. That's the guy that.
And we just talked about it. He didn't suit up Friday.
Nope, he sure
He
didn't.
was eating flower seeds on the sideline too.
Is it because of his special teams? Does the benefits from special teams? Is that why, or what?
Yeah. Yep. I think.
Because out of running backs, I don't see him as the better running back.
No.
No.
As far between Dowdle and Davis, definitely not.
Yeah.
Definitely not.
Yeah.
But that's why I've heard a lot of fans and a lot of people and a lot of other guys that are in our arena, so to speak, talk about, man, I want Davis instead of Dowdle. You know what I'm saying? And they're harping on that issue too, because I think Davis is a more complete back than what Dowdle is. But
So
we all know.
I'm not saying
Fossil
Dowdle
has his guys. Fossil has his guys, bro.
I'm not saying Dowdle doesn't shine or play special teams well, however you want to say it.
Mm-hmm.
Is it really that spectacular to where it's just shut it down, not even think about it? Like he has that spot.
Man.
Like, is it really that?
I mean, and you asked me, like, from my standpoint, if I'm going, okay, am I going to if it's a special teams thing, right? Because if it's a running backs thing, we all fucking know Rico Dowdle ain't getting no carries if TP and Zeke even blow their knees out.
Yeah.
They're going to go on the free agency market, try to find somebody that can do it. It'll be somebody that'll be, a workhorse back. So Rico Dowdle's value is special teams. And then I see how, Mario, on your list, where you put on Twitter and Facebook, where you said that you would rather drop, CJ Godwin or Goodwin.
Right? Yep.
So for me, then why the hell am I keeping Dowdle if I got to drop Goodwin and it's a special teams thing?
Yeah. Facts.
Well, for me, so I have a version of the 53 that I think the Cowboys are going to do, and then I have a version of the 53 that I would like
to do.
And
that's where it comes in right there.
Didn't Goodwin play? Did he make a Pro Bowl?
Two very different things.
Yeah, Goodwin made a Pro Bowl as a special teamer, right? Didn't he? Or no?
He did.
Yep.
For me, if I'm Fossil, I'm standing on the table with my dick out for him.
No, facts.
I'll get to that in a second. So like Juicy was saying about Malik Davis.
Pull it out in a second, dog. Let's go.
Hold on. Let me talk about this first, and then we'll deal with that.
Yeah.
So you have to deal with a big one.
Juicy was talking about Malik Davis being more complete back, right? So I think what the Cowboys are going to do, what they've shown Friday, Dowdle's running back 3.
Yeah.
But what I would like, I want Malik Davis to be running back 3, or they keep the 4 of them, right? Because all signs point towards next season, no more Ezekiel Elliott. All right. They can get out of his contract with minimal dead money or whatever.
Yeah.
Tony Pollard's in a contract year.
They're not paying Tony.
If they use him the way they say they're going to use him this season, then they're probably going to get outpriced, man. They're not going to want to pay that.
There you go. Yep.
So I don't want to release Davis, and knowing that another NFL team has came out and said to a source that we're going to claim him, right? So I would rather have Malik Davis the complete back for next season. Next year he might be our running back 1.
Man, if you're sitting here telling me that based on what we saw out of this preseason, that we're going to go ahead and stamp him running back 1 if Zeke and TP aren't here, Dreezy's going to have a fucking conniption. Okay. All right. Yeah. Because no, I'm sorry, you don't do that, dog. And they wouldn't do that. Malik Davis has shown some promise. And if other teams are like, hey, we're salivating to go get him, they're salivating to have him as their third fucking down back. That's what they're salivating to have, because they probably have the first 2 back, their workhorses already established. This guy is not going to be the future of the Cowboys, and neither is Rico Dowdle. In my opinion, they're just special teams type of players or practice squad type of players to mimic another team. I don't see him as future with this. If TP goes, if Zeke goes, that's going to be a first round draft pick.
That's going to be, baby. Yeah, I don't know about first round, but it's definitely in the first 4. Round. Yeah, well, I think they will definitely go get somebody look. We can all go back to what Dallas has ever done as far as the running back position, and they find running backs. Am I correct?
See, they do, but I'm not trying to go through Hambrick a fucking game.
Yeah, but I'm just saying. Well,
and Malik Davis is Hambrick.
Yeah, I agree with that. But what I'm saying is, we've had Marion Barber, we had Felix Jones, we've had some guys, man. We've had some guys coming through the ranks, dog. They bought DeMarco Murray. I'm pretty sure, man, if this is it for Ezekiel Elliott next year, and this is it for Tony Pollard, because they're not gonna use him the way they need to use him in order to pay him that contract that he's probably gonna want. You know what I'm saying? Unless he does a discount, which he's probably not. But what you're talking about is the reason why Tyler Smith has to play.
Yeah. Because let's say Zeke fucking snaps his knee in half. Yeah. Let's say TP gets all the carries, and then they don't want to repay him. I mean, they don't want to pay him and give him a contract. So we're gonna have to establish. And let's say we make it to the playoffs and get ousted in the first round. So that 25th, 26th pick, he's gonna have to be a left tackle or a running back.
Running back. Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, and so you got to see what you have in Tyler Smith. You can't just bring in a free agent, put Tyler Smith in left guard, and go, hey, this sort of dude is going to do it. Because guess what? If he can't do it in 2 games, we're putting Tyler Smith in there anyway.
So. 2 words: Bijan Robinson.
Bijan. Bijan. Is that? Hey, he's from the UT, right? That's the boy from UT.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it. I like it.
Sounded like one fucking word.
Absolutely. All right, absolutely. All right, fellas. Well, let's move on, man. So let's talk about the linebacking core, dog, because we know that the
strength of the team.
Yeah, we know that Damon Clark will move to reserve NFI, the NFI list, and he'll miss at least 4 games with the neck surgery that he had in spring. So basically, his rookie season is viewed as a redshirt year, man. But that's why them boys went and got the bar, baby. I think it's the bar, baby. Perfect. And absolutely, man. And I know Stephen Jones said that was the plan today on 105.3 The Fan in that same interview that he had, that the count was kind of what they wanted to do with Barr, just get him out there, get a knack for the field. So you got LVE, of course. You got Micah. Micah. Let's say Micah first. But you know how Micah gets used on this team. Yeah. So it's Micah, it's LVE, it's Barr, right?
Luke
Gifford after Barr. But then let's just say this: Devin Harper. But are they playing? Or is Gifford and Harper playing good enough, or do y'all want to go light at that position, right? Well, I mean, are we saying the safeties play that role, that hybrid role, the J-Ron Curses? The Donovan Wilsons,
but we've said that a lot.
But you see that I say that before I had 2 guys that could actually play the job.
Okay.
I mean, Anthony Barr is a proven linebacker. Unless he gets injured or has some sort of nick or knack with his body, I'm letting this dude get the reps. I'm going LVE, Micah, Barr. Yeah. Jabril's going to come in and he's going to rotate into the conversation. We'll see that. We'll say that. To start off.
I forgot about Barr's going to have. How did I talk about the Cox?
Well, you see the thing. Yeah. The thing is, Barr's going to have to prove to me that he can't do it till before I take his reps away.
Yeah.
Because from what I saw in the preseason, goddamn. But that dude Devin Harper is a tackling machine in some aspects of what he's doing. Man.
Yeah.
So it's very interesting how it went from one of the oh shit positions to hey. Y'all want to trade one of these dudes? No, I'm bullshit.
Yeah. Man, I like Story Jackson, man. Story Jackson, man, is a
Jackson.
He's a good kid, man. Hey, shouts out my daughter knows him, dog. PV alumni, transferred over, man, to where he came from now, or where he got drafted from. I forgot what school it was. Don't kill me, but I know he's a PV alumni, man. So shout out to Story Jackson, man. And like I said,
nice hit that last game. Though.
Yeah, nice and hit. he got that fumble recovery and to seal the game. And I will say this. I know I said this to you earlier, Mario, but man, I will say this, man. For Fossil to come over, not the linebackers coach, not any other coaches, man, but for Fossil to come over and give you high praise, shake your hand, talk to you, man, there might be a spot on the team for that young man, man. And especially special teams, man. And we all know, going back to Fossil, he gets his guys, man. So we'll see where Story Jackson falls at as far as this linebacking position group is. And like I said, I mean, I like Devin Harper too, man. It's tackling machine.
There's always a place for big, fast motherfuckers who can hit.
That's right. That's right. Dreezy?
I mean, yeah, I think you got the group, of course, Micah, no brainer, LVE, Cox, Barr, Harper's a question mark. I saw someone on Twitter debating Harper Gifford. You know, I mean,
I'm not doing that. I'm keeping Gifford. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I know.
You know, if it comes down between one of those two, because Gifford knows the position already. I mean, you know, I'm keeping Gifford.
And speak of someone who does his special teams thing well, it would be Luke Gifford, right?
Yeah. I mean, he it's more things you can do when you're with the further down you get on the depth chart, the further down. I mean, the bigger the bubble is for you, it's the more things you can do. If you specialize in one thing, you just do it real fucking well, you'll still get cut possibly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. Mario?
Yeah, and I think as far as Gifford goes, so you got your top 4 guys right there going to be in the rotation constantly, and we know that's going to be Micah, LVE, Anthony Barr, and Jabril Cox coming into his second season off of injury, right? So I have.
Are we forgetting Malik Jefferson?
5 linebackers.
Are we forgetting Malik Jefferson?
Man, you know, I did forget about him because
everybody done forgot about him on the pod.
It's purposeful.
Yeah. Okay.
So I think they only keep 5 linebackers because of how they utilize their safeties. And that 5th linebacker, when you're juggling between Gifford and Harper, it's got to be Gifford, man. Not only for the experience, but also for the special teams prowess. And not only that, if you look at the linebacker room that the Cowboys have built and the size of these guys, Devin Harper is 6 foot tall. Every other linebacker in the room that we have on our top 5 right now, Parsons, LVE, Barr, Cox, and Gifford, are at least 6'3". These are big guys, and that's what Dan Quinn wants. He wants big, long guys who can clog up the passing
big
lane
long guys
in his defense.
Buddy.
Hey,
dude, you're like big long cocks.
Big long guys.
Yeah,
big long guys. Long.
Hey, you sound like
Mario needs to get off the rancho, dog.
Hey, you sound
seriously,
like
bro.
He sound like this one chick I know. That's all she wants is big long guys.
Hey man, hey, I've heard what y'all do. I've heard what y'all do out at the rancho when those sheep get stuck in the fences, bro. I heard.
Yeah, but Mario had it right though. It's gotta be
big long
Gifford
guys
over Harper, man. Big long guys.
I agree. I mean,
absolutely.
Luke Gifford's the preseason Pro Bowler, baby.
Hey, he always is, but man, that dude is always either hurt or getting suspended for PD.
That's the thing, dog. God damn, dog. Hey, at least it's not cocaine. You know, L.C. Collins. Anyway.
Hey, hell yeah. All right, man. Well, let's move on, man. Let's move on to the defensive line and the edge rushers, man. As far as the position group goes, and we'll go D line first, and then we'll go to DN, man. Who are you keeping, and who is getting the short end of the stick, so to speak, on D line, man?
Man, so I have the Cowboys holding 11 defensive linemen, and they.
That's a lot.
We have a mix of guys that play inside and outside, right? But the way it worked out on my list, I got 6 edge rushers, 6 defensive ends, and 5 defensive tackles. So we got our starters on either side: Tank, Armstrong.
Yep.
And then we have our backups to those players: Dante Fowler, Sam Williams, plus add in a Chauncey Golston and a Terrell Basham.
Okay.
And then for defensive tackle, I got starters Gallimore and Osa, and then relief guys Tristan Hill, Quinton Bohanna, who has played a lot better this preseason. He's making leaps and bounds at his position. And then I got to keeping John Ridgeway. I know who
I was gonna say. I thought odd man out was definitely gonna be Ridgeway, dog.
Yeah, man. I just don't.
Watkins.
You know the way they protect their picks. They, you know, especially if this guy's gonna be a rotational guy towards the back of the rotation. Are they gonna let go of their 5th round pick that is from Arkansas that they were hyping up in the draft? Yeah. They're not gonna do that, man. They're gonna let the veteran Watkins get his walking papers.
I mean, I can agree with that too. But I think also, Ridgeway hasn't shown enough, and I think he clears waivers, and I think the guy could make it on a practice squad, man. I would say that too. I don't think there's teams foaming at the mouth talking about Ridgeway, man. I saw what he did, in camp, and I mean he got hurt. What was it? I don't know, maybe before we went to Denver, he got kind of hurt, or was it that first practice we had at Denver and got hurt and barely came back this last preseason game and still kind of looked out of whack, kind of, you know what I'm saying? Looked sluggish, didn't look like he was really in it, you know. But yeah, I think a guy like Ridgeway can definitely clear waivers and probably hit the practice squad, man. Get a year under him, man. In my opinion.
Yeah, this is and you want to know how valuable he was? He wasn't even on my Canva to-do list. So
this guy. Hell yeah.
I'm just saying that. Nah, that's not it. So
yeah, but I'm with Mario, man. As far as the starters are concerned, man, you got D-Law, Osa, Neville, Dorrance. You know what I'm saying? When you're running your base defense, of course. You got Terrell Basham, which, in my opinion,
I think that's the odd man out right
he's
there.
Well, I think he's going to be here because I'm going deep at it, and I don't think he pushes out Dante Fowler. So I think Terrell's going to be here. I think Fowler will be here, and there's some people saying Fowler might go because of discipline.
Mark's going to have a heart attack
issues. Yeah.
I'm not because that's so asinine to me. It doesn't even raise my heart.
We've had this discussion before. We've had it.
Yeah. All right. But at edge, man, of course, it's Sam Williams, it's Chauncey Golston, because he's a pick, in-house
Fowler pick. Is what Sam Williams wants to be in 3 years.
Yep. Yeah, I mean, I can agree with that, man. So I think right now, odd man out for sure is John Ridgeway, man. Of course, we're keeping Quentin Bohanna, Tristan Hill. I'm still, no matter what, I think it's on the fence, man. And and I like the way the kid's been playing, dog. You know,
I think if it comes down to it, Watkins, Terrell Basham on the edge would be the odd man out. Watkins from the interior. Terrell Basham, to me, the only reason that I even remembered he was on the line because he was on Micah's highlight reel on the top 100. It's the only reason, dog. I mean, I don't see Fowler.
And he was on everybody's top 100 talking, dog, man.
I really think, barring injury, and I'm already seeing flashes of what this will be. I think Dante Fowler is going to be your starting end opposite of D-Law about 2-3 games in. So.
So you think you think Dorrance is
Dorrance has the money, so they're going to give him the opportunities. But I think that there is a little more edge to Fowler, especially when people are double teaming D-Law opposite of him. And I love Dorrance, you know what I'm saying? But Dorrance wants to be what Fowler is.
Right? I got you. Treasy?
I'm sure y'all are going to disagree with this. I want to hear why, though.
I'm going to disagree with everything you say, goddammit. No,
and maybe it's because I've just been burned by this guy the last few years. You know, Tristan Hill.
Did you go to Planned Parenthood? Planned Parenthood. Hey, but no. Planned Parenthood. Did you see what I did there?
Oh, I see what you did.
Okay, all right.
But Tristan Hill, man, like
I know it.
Is he a for sure? Because I just don't see it. I mean, I'm not saying I don't see it, but if I heard he was cut, I just wouldn't lose any sleep, man, because I think I like the depth that this D-line has. And I just don't think that he's going to be missed, you know, with Gallimore, Bohanna, Osa. Yeah. I don't see Tristan Hill being that guy. Like, we're like, oh, fuck, we don't have Tristan Hill anymore.
Yeah, interchangeable. Chauncey being interchangeable, gaining that weight. Absolutely, man. And I also think a guy like I said, man, I don't know, man. It's rough. Does Tristan Hill have a spot on this? And we talked about this 2 weeks ago. But yeah, man, I think a guy like John Ridgeway is definitely the odd man out, man, because I honestly think Bohanna's got a shot, right, Mark? You got Osa, you got Neville. And Tristan Hill, man, I mean, he's there. He's right there, man.
I'm not going to lie. Skill-wise, I mean, if I'm sitting here and you look at them as equal players and without the history of them skill-wise, Tristan Hill pushes Ridgeway out the door. But I do see how guys don't like to be wrong sometimes. And Tristan Hill isn't one of this, staff's guys. Yeah. He isn't. So I could see how that would happen. Hey, Dreezy, I agreed with you, mijo.
Mm-hmm.
But the real thing I want to talk about in that defense is them safeties, man, because to me, that's the most intriguing. Dude, that is so fucking intriguing, bro, because Izzy Mukamu is not just a flash in the pan. He's not just doing this because he's playing against guys that are second and third stringers. I think Izzy Mukamu if JK gets injured, I think Izzy Mukamu could be JK to life.
He steps in. Yep, absolutely.
I really do, man. That's how good I think he is. I mean, look, usually we don't, unless that's at a high school or collegiate level, dudes don't push healthy dudes out the room. You know what I mean? They just don't.
Facts.
They really don't.
Mm-hmm.
But this dude, oh my God, you know what I'm saying? Izzy is all over the place. But the scary thing about it is, I think Bell has played better.
Yeah.
I mean, when you look at
it. So when we're talking about the safety room, there's Izzy, there's Bell, there's J-Ron, there's Hooker. You know what I'm saying? There's Dono.
Dono.
Yeah.
Dono's out, dog.
Ooh, Dono's out.
It's because the versatility of this room is too much for him now.
Mm-hmm.
The versatility is too much, man. Yeah. I mean, you got dudes. Dono can hit, and he can probably hit harder than some of these
he's definitely a thumper. He's never had the knack to cover, but he's definitely a thumper.
Yeah, I mean, and when you look at it, dude, these guys, the Rattler, that boy Bell. I mean, that dude, when he hits you, he just comes at you, and everything goes down.
Yeah, but he's
Dono's just not part of the future with Izzy. With goddamn Bell, he doesn't have a spot moving forward. Just release him now.
Yeah, he can't stay healthy. He can't stay healthy, man. Soft tissue injury. He's always hurting, hamstring wise. And like I've always said, and I said this last year too, I followed Donald Wilson for a while because he's from A&M. He's from here. So
yeah, A&M.
You know what I'm saying? So
he's overachieved, big bro.
Yeah, he's definitely overachieved, man. I remember a lot of receivers going over the top, man, when he was playing, man, and I would be pissed as fuck, man, and shit like that, dog. And he's really never had a shot in the NFL as well, dog. Really. You know what I'm saying? Like he always has a hype preseason. That's for sure.
Well, you want to know why this defense is good at all levels? It's because there's no more orphans anywhere, dog. He's the last one.
Right.
He's the last one, dog. He's the last orphan. And what I mean by that is just a position where. What's that?
What about Tristan?
Well, you see, but Tristan's a second rounder who has
that's right.
potential. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
that ain't a fucking orphan. That's a
motherfucking.
That's a kid nobody wants to adopt, dog. But then they're looking at him like, damn. But y'all see this motherfucker could be in the NFL one day. Let's adopt his ass. You know what I'm saying? That's that dude, dog. Mm-hmm. But the safety position near and dear to my heart. It's just going to be so fucking fun to watch this defense and watch the safety position because, dude, it's going to be so interesting because from week to week, if you see somebody interchanged into that position, let's see, somebody makes a mistake. We saw it from the first time. I mean, KZ used to take snaps away from people. They interchange people with the defensive packages that they're in. If they're playing quarters, they'll move the safety who's best for that. If they're playing in the box safety, if they want JK to come up. The thing about this is it's not your traditional, this guy's going to start over that guy and all this. It's going to be so many dudes doing a good job that we don't know who the fuck's going to play the most.
That's right. That's right.
So for me, I mean, I still have Dono on the roster solely because I have them keeping 5 safeties on the 53. Just because of how often they give that 3 safety look. So the cool thing about this defense is you got safeties that play linebacker.
Did you just say cool with a K?
Cool. K, baby.
Cool.
So with a K.
The cool
thing about this defense is you got safeties that play linebacker and you got linebackers that play edge. So it's just very interchangeable at all 3 of those levels.
And all of them can contribute on special teams.
Yep. Exactly. So I got them, going with 5 safeties. J-Ron, Malik.
Hey, Papa.
Hey,
Mukuamu.
And no more cussing for a little bit, guys.
Mukuamu, who has really this offseason. And Marquise Bell, I think the only way that Wilson gets off of this roster, I think, is to be able to fit Goodwin on my 53. That's just the way my roster broke down. So if Donald's out, I think Fossil gets his Goodwin. And they just go with 4 safeties beyond that point because Bell is able to do everything that Wilson can do and probably even better.
All right, let me ask you guys this. Real quick. Tyler Cole, has he played Coyle? Tyler Coyle, has he played well enough to push Dono out?
No. No, because he's been here already. I don't see him doing anything. He played well before. You knew his name from before. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He did a good job, but he kind of did similar to that. And this safety room is so talented. I don't even see push Dono out, and I'm saying Dono's about to be ass man out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely.
So I mean, this is something we haven't had. I'm no bullshit, not a hot take, but this talented of a safety room ever. I don't know, dog. Darren Woodson was there. I mean, that was just Darren Woodson. You had James Washington back there. You had a few things that went on, but as far as safety and talent at the position and just length and size, I mean, there's a lot of big dicks out there.
Links and size, baby.
Long, big and long. I feel like it's big and long.
Yeah.
Yep.
But nah, man. Yeah. I mean, you're absolutely right, Mark D. I mean, Quinn, dude, leading this fucking defense, man. We're seeing things change. We're seeing times change in Dallas, man. He's bringing his philosophy here, dog. We just said, man, we can even go short. We can even go short at linebacker, man, if we wanted to. We just said it, man. Of course, we want to keep Gifford and we said Harper's a tackling machine, man.
I never go short.
But I mean, if we wanted to go short at linebacker, man, you got, like you said, man, our favorite right now, man. We got this linebacker. I mean, we got this safety room right now where we can plug and play guys, especially in this defense, man, and the scheme that Quinn loves to run, man. So yeah, dog. I mean,
let me ask y'all a question like this. If you look at the corner position, because that's the next progression to this, the last position we got left, right?
Yeah.
Would you? I'm half-ass wanting to keep CJ Goodwin over KJ.
No.
Well, did y'all see them they letting Deshaun cover tight ends the other day? Y'all see that?
Yeah, I like Deshaun Wright, man. He had a pick in this last game. He's been showing out. He's projecting. It's just that, man, when special teams shit goes wrong, dog, that can be, you can have a solid game on offense, solid game on defense, something stupid from the special teams angle, a missed tackle, and fucking game's done. You know what I'm saying? And we saw that a little bit. Let me put my 10-foot hat on, dog. Do y'all think they put KJ? Do y'all think he starts the season on PUP with that concussion?
That would help him.
That might be a possibility there. I mean, and then Alarcon, if he doesn't make the 53, he doesn't even count against anything, right?
No. We ain't even worried about Alarcon, man, because
that's what I'm saying. Some people don't know that though, dog.
They can't even touch the kid, man. You know what I'm saying? Because
we shouldn't be touching kids in general, okay, guys? I mean, we saw Michael Jackson play for Seattle.
He's got that international exempt. He's on the international exempt list, man. So yeah.
Does he get to stay here? Or does he have to go back to Mexico?
No,
that's a real question.
Depends on who's president, bro. I don't know.
Yeah.
Depends on who's president.
But real quick though, getting back to what Mark just said, do you think this coaching staff, more importantly Jerry Jones, would allow himself to release a second-round pick for just a special teamer?
Let me answer that real quick. My first part of that is my first part.
Jerry Jones allow himself to release.
Yes. Air quotes out everywhere.
He releases all over the place. Dog. First part of that question, Dreezy, and this is what I'm gonna carry myself into the season with this, dog, because I'm gonna stop people from this. I don't believe Jerry Jones makes any decisions. I really don't anymore.
Facts.
First part, right?
Yeah.
Steven or Will or somebody, because I think that he's Ronald McDonald at this point. When everybody says that he's coming out, I'm not going to back up off that, man. I'm not going to talk about dementia because everybody gets sad and shit like that. But I'm just saying, I think that people in the building understand this 80-year-old ain't got shit left, and he's Ronald fucking McDonald. They're like, you're not going to keep that man away.
Okay, time out. That's fair. Time out. That's fair. So he doesn't make the decisions, which is probably true. But he's the one that's going to be talking about these decisions because he's the one that's going to want all the camera time. So is he going to want to get out there and have to discuss this?
So what does it matter, though? Well, that's my only opinion.
What does it matter?
I was going to say, Mr. Spin Doctor Jerry Jones has you thinking we didn't do shit about the fucking left tackle position.
Yeah. I mean, that's my only thing.
No, that's not him. That's me. With my eyes.
Yeah, no, that's my only thing, man. And shout out to some of them guys out there that create content. And shout out to my boy James, man. I mean, he likes to hashtag Jerry Ball, man. But you know what, man? All I gotta say is, hey, look, man, Jerry he don't hold nothing anymore. And if y'all don't see that, and y'all don't see that this is Steven's team, I mean, everybody says, "Oh, Jerry's got the say so, man," and blah blah blah. He doesn't, man. All he does is talk now. He gets on camera. He just says, "Well, I like what we got in our young guys, right?"
Man, if it was me, I'd put his ass out there when he's sundowning in the evenings because of his Alzheimer's. I'd be like, put his ass out there. Let's say the craziest shit in the fucking world. Hey, we're going to go get fucking a running back. We're going to go get this and that.
And let me just say this real quick. If y'all really think that Jerry Jones still holds the power on this fucking team, and it ain't Steven, and it ain't fucking Jerry Jr. and all the guys there in Charlotte, then what are we even vying for? Oh, this is going to be a tank season, because I've heard this too. This is going to be tank season because guess what? Oh, we're going to get Sean Payton. You think Sean Payton going to come over here and let Jerry Jones tell him what to do? Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, no, Jerry don't do shit.
No, Jerry don't do nothing no more. He is just the mouth. Hey, y'all remember Jimmy? Let's go to WWF, man. Is it Jimmy Hart?
Let's go. My time.
Is it Jimmy Hart? Mouth of the South?
Yeah. Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. Yeah.
There we go. That's Jerry Jones, baby.
Ronald doesn't make the hamburgers. Next question.
So, I mean, it's clear and obvious that Jerry Jones hasn't run this team for a few years, because what were we just talking about, and what have we talked about in previous years, is that how much Cowboys value their draft picks.
Yeah.
Right. And how
smart decisions
they are in free agency. What do we know from Jerry Jones? He I
want Johnny Manziel. I want Johnny Manziel.
He wanted Manziel over Zach Martin. That's who he is.
Yeah.
And if the Cowboys haven't been that in so many years, almost nearly a decade now, it's not Jerry running the show.
That's right.
So, I mean, going back to the corners and talking about valuing draft picks, I would be very, very surprised if Kelvin Joseph, a second rounder in his second season, or Nashawn Wright, a third rounder in his second season, get released at the expense of a special teams player in CJ Goodwin. Doesn't matter if he's an all-pro. They're not going to do that. So going back to what Dreezy said, they would have to go up there and explain that.
Yeah. No, I think, like I said, man, tinfoil hat on. I honestly think with that boy Kelvin, man, KJ, I think it's a strong possibility that they move him to PUP or some of that nature right there to kind of hey, do that, man. That kid, I mean, I hate to go back to it, but that kid's still going through a lot, man. He hasn't showed enough, man. I think they would move him off and keep Nashawn Wright, man, and in the same, because they both came from the same draft, and I also think they'll keep CJ Goodwin.
Oh, I see it.
And I think making that, this injury with Kelvin Joseph, the concussion, makes that decision that much easier for them. Now they're probably like, oh man, we don't got to deal with that no more.
Because guess what? If you put them on PUP, that's 4 weeks.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So, but all right, fellas. Well, shit, man. We've been on here for about a whole hour, dog.
Hold on. I know we ain't gonna do all this and not discuss kicker.
Hey,
ain't no way in hell we're not discussing kicker.
That's what I just already assumed kicker. Was Maher. They might get a little competition coming in here to push him out or whatnot. Anger's the man, dog. Point blank, period. Dog.
Oh yeah,
he ain't going nowhere.
I don't want a better kicker. You know why? Because I want to go for it on fourth down every fucking time. All right, and then
every fucking time, dog.
And they think when they have a kicker who can kick something up beyond 50 to 60 yards, they're like, oh, we don't have to do that now. Fucking Greg the leg, the pick, has got it. That type of bullshit. I don't want a kicker, dog. Let's go with a new type of fucking NFL offense. No kicker.
Hey guys, I was at the game on Friday. And I saw Brett Maher kick a 61-yarder in warm-up. So Pro Bowl, baby.
I remember the text, Papa. Let's go.
But that's like shooting from mid-court by yourself when nobody's in the gym.
Exactly.
I mean, you want to see? I could hit 3 out of 5 from that fucking distance. You know what I'm saying?
I did it in
like
grade.
Stephen Curry. You know what I'm saying?
I did it in 8th grade.
To all the listeners,
Memorial Gym.
Sarcasm. I wasn't being serious. I want them to bring somebody else and kicker competition. I'm not.
Fuck that. I got you penciled in. You said Pro Bowl.
You said a razor, didn't you? Say a razor.
Hey, a razor? Yeah, y'all the type of niggas that want a razor, right?
I'm not touching that,
dog.
Hey, and that's because we're flagrant as fuck on this fucking podcast. But we ain't touching that,
dog. No,
we ain't touching that.
Next topic.
Because the razor did too much. That's it.
Yeah. Facts. All right, man. Well, shit, man. I guess before we end this, man, I know we can all agree on the 3-headed monster that is the tight end room. Ferguson, Hendershot, and the boy Schultz, man. We'll see how that all pans out, man. All I know is we have a great tight end room heading into 2022, baby. And yeah, it's gonna be hard to cover these fellas, man. I hope we go 12 personnel, man. You know what I'm saying?
So no McKeon?
Yep. No, I think McKeon's
I heard
out,
McKeon's
man.
hurt right now. He's hurt.
Yeah,
McKeon?
he's hurt, and supposedly he's a special team guy, and definitely the best blocker out of the three.
Yeah, he's the best blocker.
But fuck that, dog. I'm ready to.
That's why I'm keeping Noah Brown.
There you go. There you have it. There you have it, man. All right, fellas. Well, we've been on here for a whole hour, man. Shit, we broke it down for you, man. We just hit some points on the 53-man roster. You know what I'm saying? And I hope you enjoyed it. You know what I'm saying? So all I got to say is, y'all know where to fucking find me, dog. I'm Adam White. I'm at Hoptaville on Twitter. As always, I like to say, fuck the Eagles. With a motherfucking what? Barbed wire fucking dildo.
Barbed wire encrusted dick right in their ass. And I'm Mark D at Mark D's Corner. You know, I obsessively have an app called Canva. So just
this guy's out of control with it.
I'm Dreezy. You can find me on Twitter at that boy Dreezy. I'm getting back to my fantasy football homework.
Oh yeah, that boy's all about the Oh
hey,
yeah, that boy's all about the fantasy football right now.
Hey, y'all saw my auto draft though.
Yeah.
I'm
Mario. You can find me on Twitter. Mario Powers Up.
Yeah.
And I sniped Dreezy several times last time in our fantasy draft.
This fucking asshole.
Hey man, we already know how it goes, man. If you ain't rocking with Talking Boys with the Boys, then you ain't part of the cartel, baby. Boom.